Good evening. I don't even know what time it is. It's about 7:30. It's already dark. And I'm in the parking lot again. But I thought I would give you an update already from Joy. A lot of things have happened today. And I'm not very happy about it. So, yeah, I had to get up and do truck, so I was up at 4:30. And then left to go do the assessment with my mom. And the assessment was 28 pages. And it was more of an assessment like what she would need while she was at the assisted living home. So it was more like, do you need help getting dressed? Do you need help eating? Do you need help, And obviously this woman could see that Joy doesn't need help with much. The only thing she needs help with is her medication, because she can't see to, see the pills because she has macular degeneration. And so she was like, okay, Angela is the woman that I've been dealing with from the assisted living home, like the person that I've been talking to. And she's like, okay, so Angela, get back to you, really quick. And she did. It's like 2 hours. Angela called me. And so I was excited. And I'm like, okay, hi, Angela. And she's like, Tracey, this is great, because I think I told you that they had the dementia people on the first floor. And then they had the other people, like my sister Pam, had strokes. And so she was on the second floor. Well, the people on the first floor, they had to lock the doors because they were getting let out. So now they're moving things. The dementia people are going to be on the second floor. And, people like Pam are going to be on the first floor. And she's like, this is amazing. We got them. There's 2 rooms open right next to each other. They actually have bedrooms. My sister right now is in like a studio room apartment. Like it's all one area. And she said both my mom and Pam would have like a 1-bedroom. They'd have a bedroom and then, their other stuff. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing. And she goes, and she can move in anytime. And I'm like, well, that's great. And I'm like, but I have to figure out like with her place, because they said that she needs a 60-day notice, to move out. And so then afterwards, I was like, well, I wonder how much it costs. That's the first thing you think of. And it wasn't like I hadn't asked before. So I had asked from the very beginning, like, how much is this going to cost? And she's like, we won't know until the assessment, okay? So that's what was today, the assessment, because they need to know how much help they need. But if she would have even given me a ballpark estimate, I probably would have run as fast as I could. So after she told me all that, we got off the phone. I'm like, well, I need to know how much it is, before we move forward. And listen, I already packed up. Joy's place looked like she's ready to move. She has nothing on the walls, brought all of her stuff to the Goodwill, brought her books to Half Price Books. And I call her and I'm like, hey, Angela, I just want to know. So, and she's like, Joy is on the lowest level, my mom, Joy, of care needs. You know what I mean? She can feed herself. She can dress herself. She can do all that. All she needs is help with her medication. And I said, Angela, so I just need to know, how much is it a month? Are you sitting down? Are you sitting down? How much do you think? How much do you think? I was thinking maybe, so top, and I was thinking $3,000, okay? Like, you can get food and stuff like that. Lowest level of needs for my mom, $5,420 a month. $5,420 a month. And I was like, okay. And I was in such shock. I'm like, okay, all right. And I hung up and I'm like, there is no way. There is no way. And listen, Joy is 94. That would be gone in less than a year. And Joy also has, you know, health care. She has to pay like $300 in insurance. She has her medication she has to pay for. And I am so... I'm more sad than anything that we are fleecing our seniors, the people that we love, who raised us, who cared about us. You know, we are fleecing them of their retirement money. I mean, and I said, so I called her back. I talked to Joy and I'm like, Mom, and she even said, she goes, that's too much. And listen, we have a family situation that I'm not going to get into, and Joy is owed money from one of our family members who won't give it to her. And listen, at this point, I'm like, Mom, we have to let it go. We have to let it go. This is what we have to deal with, and this is what we have. And, you know, Joy keeps saying, I never thought I would live to be this old. And I think most people think that. Like, you know, you don't know. What do? You don't know how long you're going to live, you know? And everything is so expensive anyway. I mean, nobody could live off of that. And so I called her back. I called Angela back, and I'm like, listen, there is no way that this can happen. And she goes, well, you know, everything's included, like electricity and stuff. I'm like, electricity? What? That would be what? Maybe $100 a month, let's say? So where is the other $5,320 going? Okay, I get meals. Okay, let's say $1,000 for that. Let's say $1,000, okay, for a month. And Joy can make her own meals too. So, but let's just say $1,000, okay? And because they're making it in mass, you know, so that they can feed it to these people. And I tell you, my sister's there, so I know it's not like, it's not good food, you know? And so, okay, that's $1,100, okay, to live there. Let's say that's $2,000, okay? That's including electricity, because the building already has electricity, okay? So let's say $2,000 just even for the rent. So rent, food, and electricity, Wi-Fi. Let's say $3,300. Let's just say that. And listen, it's not like Joy's the only one. And can you imagine? She needs no help. So can you imagine what the dementia people are paying? The mind boggles. The mind boggles. And so, and here's the thing. She didn't tell me, like I said, I had filled out the financial stuff. I had asked her, and she said, we can't tell you till the assessment. Had they given me even a ballpark, I would have said, we don't need to go any further. That's it. That's it. We can't afford that, you know? And you know, she needs dental care. She, you know, doesn't have dental insurance, and you have to pay out of pocket. She just had a tooth pulled. She had to have a root canal. That was like, I think, $2,000. And, you know, incidentals, groceries, everything like that. And I'm bedazzled. I'm just beyond myself. I'm just still stunned. I am still stunned. And I'm pissed. I'm pissed off for just our whole society. And I know I posted it on Facebook on a post. And you know, I know these things are, I like to keep my space like positive, because I know you see the news and you see all that. So, you know, I don't want to bring that to you, and I don't live in that fear. But I have friends in Israel. My friend Sarah, we were life coaching together, and I life coached her, and then she life coached me. And she's from America, but she married a man, and they live in Israel. They have kids. And I reached out to her, and I'm like, you know, I've been thinking about you. Are you guys safe? And, you know, she calls me Beauty. Hey, Beauty. And she, for now, she goes, we're transient. She goes, but I don't know for very long. And then there's a company that I was just going to work with. They're these glasses. They're amazing. And they're from Israel. And I was going to meet with them. I didn't know it was going to be like 5 of them. But I was on a FaceTime and I was with all of them. And they were so amazing. And they're all from there. And the one girl's name is Paz. And I wrote her to see how they were doing. And, you know, they have a business to run. And you can't run a business when you're in the middle of a war and fearing for your life and trying to help, you know, your other humans, you know. And so she said for now they're safe. But, again, they don't know. And I'm just sad. I mean... I don't even have any words. How much more can this world take? And this is not political. This is not a one side or the other. This is all of them. And if you would ask me, like, sincerely, and if you know I have a poli-sci degree, I have a 4-year political science degree from the University of Minnesota, paralegal degree, worked in the legal field for over 40 years. And all I know is that it's, and I hope you don't take offense, but it's a bunch of white old men in charge of everything. And it's these people at the top who just want to stay at the top. And then on top of it, I was watching a TikTok last night, and there was this guy that I follow, and he said, you know, I work at Walgreens, that he's like, you better get your medication now, because Walgreens is looking to, the pharmacies are looking to, like, strike and walk out on November 1st. I don't know if that's real. I mean, that's just what I saw from him, and I, like, know he knows what he's talking. He won't put something out there if he didn't know. So, and then he was like, so if you think, oh, okay, well, Walgreens is doing that, I'll just go to CVS. And he said, well, CVS is looking to do the same thing. And it's not about money. It's about working conditions. And I can tell you from being on the inside and working as a pharmacy tech at Walgreens, I completely understand that. And again, it's Walgreens Corporation and all these corporations that the higher ups are making all the money, and they're like, yeah, we don't need to hire anybody else. We're making money, you know. They're doing fine because you do what you have to do, and it's more for your coworkers. It's not for the company itself, I can tell you. I honestly don't really like Walgreens as a company. Truth. But I love my coworkers, and I would never leave them in a lurch. And that's what happened when I was a pharmacy tech. I would stay longer hours. I wouldn't go to lunch. I wouldn't go on break. I would just keep working for $17 an hour at the time, just so that my coworkers wouldn't be left to themselves. And that's how we all work. But there's only so much you can take, because you're taking the brunt of not only the work you have to do, and listen, you're putting together prescriptions. A pharmacy tech, you know, puts together the prescriptions. We give out the prescriptions. We, you know, and you have to find this all. We only have so much room for prescriptions. So if you see us running back and forth, it's because there's 4 places your prescriptions could be. And sometimes they get put in the wrong bin because you're just working so fast that, like, they go by alphabetical, but they're numbers on the side. And that's what I do. Sometimes I'll jump in. You know, I work up front now because I quit the pharmacy because I couldn't take it anymore. And I'm pretty tough. And I couldn't even take it. So sometimes, like, just Wednesday, I jumped in for like an hour and a half because they were so backed up, and they had like bins of, you know, prescriptions to be put away. So I put them away, and then I go through all of them to make sure they're all in the right bins. And I'll find between like usually like 5 and 12 that are in the wrong bins just because you're moving so fast. And that slows you down because if it's in the wrong bin, you'll never find it. And then they have to like remake the prescription. And that's tough too, because then they have to like put it into the insurance. And then, you know, when the insurance changes, you're on the front line. And let's say something cost somebody like $25 before. And then you always look in the corner because it says how much the prescription is. And you're like, do you know that's going to cost $1,200? And they're like, well, I was only paying $25. Like, what's going on? But you're the person in front of them. And I'm like, listen, I have nothing to do with this. This is your insurance. I don't have anything to do with this. But you're the person that they're going to get mad at. Or if the lines are long. Because for the vaccine now, or the flu shot, or the RSV shot, you know, our lines are long. And there's a lady the other night, and she's like, oh, I'm so mad. Do you see this line? My appointment was at, you know, whatever. And I said, listen, that's not on us. We're short-staffed. People are working. She goes, well, they shouldn't, you know, put the, because they do them every 15 minutes and you can get a flu shot and a vaccine and, you know, and then they were letting people, groups of 4 come in for 15 minutes. There's no way. I gave the shot and the flu shots, you know. If you don't know, I'm a licensed tattoo artist, and I was giving shots. And, like, you don't get any time. And then that's when, you know, accidents happen, things happen. And I said, here's the thing. She's like, they should make it, you know, more time in between. I go, well, if they would ask us, we would tell them. Like, one person every 30 minutes is doable. Not, and we can't, like, the pharmacist can only give like the shingle shot, and there's certain shots that only the pharmacist can give. And I tell you what, the pharmacists, I mean, if you think we work hard, they have to stand in one place. They stand in one place because what they do is check, you know, the pharmacy techs, like, put together the prescriptions, and then they have to send it through, and then the pharmacists check to make sure there's no contraindications with other medications and stuff that, you know, this is going with for the patient. And when you don't have any time, then you have to stop. And we also have consultations. If somebody's on a new medication, it says, you know, consultation. So we're like, okay, you have to stop and give this person a consultation about their new prescription. Even if they don't have questions, you have to, like, they have to talk to them and let them know. And I don't know how, we just can't keep up this pace. And that, you know, once, you know, here's the thing. I work, and what's funny is I'm just getting to the point now, because I was so used to working a 9 to 5 that I, like, brainwashed, you know what I mean? Like, this is what you do. You go sit at a desk and you work 9 to 5, and you can't talk to anybody, you can't interact, and, you know, you just got to work. And, you know, now I work multiple jobs, and I am so like, that is not how life is supposed to be. Yeah, like sometimes I work like, you know, like Wednesdays, you know, 3 to 10 or whatever I work. You know, me and Al will go have coffee in the morning and stuff, and, you know, and we work on the van. And I'm like, well, this is how it's supposed to be, like, where you can actually, like, take time to enjoy your life. Nobody can enjoy their life anymore. And it's all based off of fear. And look at rent. I mean, I was talking about that. I mean, I feel so grateful that, and again, I'm grateful that I know that I lived in the van because I wanted to, not because I needed to. I am very self-aware of that. But I don't even think, like, now I could afford rent. There was a lady I saw on TikTok. She's a teacher, and her rent was $2,300. It was for a 2-bedroom apartment. She had a daughter. And then it went up to $2,800. Then it went up to $3,500. And now they want to charge her $4,000 a month in rent. And here's the thing. These renters, they're doing it just because they can. Not because they have to, but just because they can. So I don't know. I mean, life's too short You know what I've been through. You know my family that's passed away. And I've watched them pass away. They've all been in hospice. And I'm like, well, what's life all about, Alfie? Do you know what I mean? That you come to the end of your life and all you've been doing is working to pay your rent, to never even be there, just to then on the weekends, mow your lawn and do your laundry. And don't spend time with your kids or your family or, be with people and enjoy your life. Can't go on vacation because you know what? One time at the law firm, I'm like, yeah, I want to leave, here. I need to go out of town. Oh, well, these people already asked for that off. I'm like, what? Like, what? Like, I couldn't take that time off because somebody else already asked for it. And listen, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. I don't know it. But with Joy, that it just is unbelievable to me. And imagine what our kids are. I mean, my daughter's 22. If this is how it is now, what that's gonna be like. So go live your life, boy. Nobody's gonna be able to afford to get old. Can't even afford it when you're young. But on a good note, I bought the new module. I bought the igniter. Al and I, after I woke up at 4:30 this morning, hauled truck. That was another thing. That was the worst truck ever. So there was a guy learning. So there were two guys. There's usually one guy like unloading. And it comes down like a thing, these rollers, so they go fast. Well, he had somebody learning. So there were two of them. And it's me and Haley. Haley's like 20. And they're like chucking, it was over 700 pieces. And they're chucking them down there, but it's two people. And we have to put them in certain spots, because they go throughout the store. And it's backing up and falling off the thing. And I'm like, hey, go. It's two of us. We have to know where to, we have to put these in certain places. And then it would slow down, but then it would like go on again. And by the end, I was already exhausted by 6:30 this morning. And I left at 9:30 to go do Joy's thing. Then I went and got the stuff. And then me and Al got in the van. But good news. The heater works. The heat is on. So that's a good thing. Yeah. But I just wanted to give you an update just because I'm just so, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know. I would tell everybody to move into a van if you could, especially if you're single. Because, you don't have kids. I don't believe this is the right life for kids. I just personally don't. But here's the thing too. So this is what I said. So they make rent so high. So let's say you do want to do van life because you can't even afford rent anymore. Or you want to save for your retirement so that you can afford the $6,000 when you go to the assisted living home. But here's the thing. They won't let you park anywhere. I'm just very fortunate that I can park where I work because nobody bothers me. It's out in the open. I'm very safe. But when I parked around, around the area here, I've been kicked out places. And it's funny. Oh, I want to tell you. I got recognized. I was at the cash register the other night, and this guy goes, Tracey? And I'm looking around to see if I have my name tag on me because I broke my chain, and it was in my pocket. And I go, how do you know my name? And he goes, I watch on YouTube. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean... And he's like, yeah, I just ran across you. And so, hi, Jerry, if you're watching. So I was recognized at Walgreens. Yeah. But yeah. So that's where I'm at. I don't know. Thought I'd give you an update now because I was so flabbergasted by that. And like I said, if you move into a van, you run into other challenges. Like they won't let you park anywhere. They'll kick you out. And, that's why people are homeless. People can't afford these rents. They can't afford to even die in an assisted living home or be taken care of. So they're homeless, living in a tent. And I worked at Joseph's Coat, which was a free store. I was paid. I was in charge of the volunteers and a lot of things. And And there's a reason why people are homeless, you know? And here's the thing. I understand addiction, because when you're so low that you just don't want to feel anything, that you start using substances for that. And then you never grow up thinking, I want to be like addicted to anything, but you just don't want to think. I'm telling you, I don't want to think anymore. And, you know, I was already, you know, like, and that's just like life, like your basics. Do you know what I mean? That's just like baseline. That's supposed to be like, you know, okay, as long as I have a roof over my head and I have, you know, food and I have health care. That's a whole other thing in itself. But, and then you have life, like, you know, Maddie passing away, and, you know, all these other things happening. That I don't know, how do we do it? I don't know. I don't know how we do it. Day by day. Told you that's what van life has taught me, minute by minute, day by day. I don't know. And you wonder why people are on, you know, I'm on Lexapro. I mean, don't ever judge anybody for being on like depressants or anxiety medications, because I don't know how anybody isn't at this point. So anyway, I don't want to bring you down, but I just wanted to let you know what was going on and inform you like of what's going on. So Joy's not moving, but she's got everything boxed up. So now she has to unbox her stuff, and she already got rid of a lot of stuff. I already brought it to the Goodwill. I brought her books to the half price books. I got her paintings and, you know, thing. So Joy's going to be a minimalist. and yeah, we'll just go from here. Oh, and so I'm hiring somebody. I was talking to Jessie, and she, you know, she's a special needs teacher. And then when she was in school, she went through care.com, because that's how she got jobs, like teaching. She taught autistic kids and stuff, went to their houses. And she put on there like to help somebody who could help my mom, you know, just put her meds together and take her to get her blood drawn once a month. And then, you know, maybe take her out to lunch, you know, so, or shopping. And I said, boy, Mom, feels like you have a lot of money now once you know that that's what you would spend to be in an assisted living home. Really, in less than a year, she would be wiped out. She would be wiped out. And believe me, she had planned for this, you know what I mean? And again, there's a lot of things going on in my family that I can't talk about or don't even want to. For me, I don't know, I'm younger. I mean, well, I'm 58, but as long as I have enough, that's why I don't, I mean, like I said, I already have too much in the van, too many clothes, too many whatever. I'm fine. But it's other people I worry about. So anyway, there you go. There's the update. I'm gonna let you go. I'm going to bed. My heater's fixed. I can finally make my bed because we don't have to get under there anymore. So I have heat, but wouldn't you know, today was like 65 degrees, sunny and warm. And Al is my true savior. I know where to turn off the propane. I never knew it. Well, my propane thing's over here. And I like was looking, where do you turn off? And it's under the van. Again, just more stuff I know. The more you know. And then rainbow with a star. If you know what I'm talking about. Isn't that like PBS or whatever? Okay. All right. Sorry if this was a downer. I don't mean it to be. It's just reality. Just like van life. Van life is not like what you see on those cinematic things. Van life is living in a McDonald's parking lot with no heater and just having to, you know, make it work. Make it work. Tim Gunn, I think he says that. Okay. You know what to do. Go out and make an adventure. Life, I don't even know if you need to go out and make an adventure. Life is just an adventure all by itself. If you have all you can handle, That's enough. And you are doing amazing. I just want you to know you are doing amazing, and you are doing the best that you can, and that's all that you could ask for. And I just want to give you some encouragement to know you aren't the only one going through this. I wish we could all like band together with a same purpose, you know, and just like love and support each other. But maybe that's cinematic too. Do you know what I mean? I wish that could be a reality. All right, go call someone you love, and as Joy says, tell them that you love them, and don't you dare, please, 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 no matter what you're going through, do not forget your magic. Okay, I will see you in the next one. Bye.